you tired of working the same boring minimum wage job, having a boss tell you what to do and when to do it? Or maybe you just need some extra money to pay for your bills? The answer to that is retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage is the process of going to a retail store, buying the item at their price, and selling it for a much higher price online. Now let me take you through the process. But first I want to start with my personal sales and what specific items I specialize in. After that, I can talk to you guys about the specific stores that I go to buy these items. And then we can finally move on to the specific research platforms and selling platforms that you guys can use. Let's make some money. Now my personal sales, I specifically specialize in shoes and sporting goods and just a little bit of clothing. But most of my store consists of shoes and cleats and different kinds of sporting items. In the first month of this year, I did about $1,600 in profit, and in the second month, I did about $2,800 in profit. Now I am part-time, as I do have a regular job and go to school at the same time, so this is just great extra money to have on hand. An example of the specific kind of profit that I'm doing on each item is with these soccer cleats that I buy from Burlington Coat Factory for about $16.99, and I can sell each one for about $120. After fees and shipping, I come away with about $90 in profit. Now let's talk about the specific stores. The first one is Marshall's, which is a discount store. Pretty much all the stores that I go to are discount retailers. But Marshall's being the first one, they sell a lot of shoes with the box, which adds a lot of value when selling shoes. Makes it easier to sell and easier to move on different platforms. The second store is Ross, and Ross is completely opposite. They sell shoes without the box and without really any new tags on them. It does make it harder to sell, and they kind of do move at a lower price, but the margins are still there. The next store is Burlington Coat Factory. They have a lot of shoes. They also get a lot of baseball and soccer cleats, which are always priced really low and allow for bigger margins as well. As well as cleats, they do sell a lot of sporting goods such as baseball gloves, football gloves, footballs, basketballs, things of that nature. And then finally, the last stores that I'm starting to go to are thrift stores, which aren't really discount retail stores, but sometimes they do have new items there. I do sell used shoes as well on a different eBay page. But yeah, thrift stores are as well a great store to go to. Finally, let's talk about the specific platforms that I can sell on and you can use to research as well. The first being eBay. eBay is really easy to list on and really easy to research items on. On every shoe, it does have a specific SKU code, about 9 digits, and then you type in those 9 digits in the search bar and you can see all the shoes, that same exact model, pop up. You can see how many listings there are, and you can see how many of those items have sold and what price those items have sold at. So eBay is probably my #1 research tool, as well as my #1 selling tool as well, because from once you see the research, you can instantly copy the listing and list it yourself. The next platform is Go, which is more of a high-end shoe platform, which means you can sell shoes for a higher price on there. You can sell shoes with the box or without the box. It is a little bit harder to research, as you can't really see the last sold price for shoes without the box, which makes it hard when you're looking up shoes from Ross. But shoes do tend to move for a higher price on Go. And then finally is StockX. I'm very new to StockX, as they only accept shoes with the box, and Marshall's sometimes doesn't have the best shoes, and that is the only store that sells shoes with the box, so therefore it is hard for me to sell shoes on there. But StockX is the same way. You type in the SKU code and you can actually see a chart like the stock market, hence the name StockX, and you can see what the last shoe sold for, the date, the time, how many people are listing this item, and how many people have sold this item. StockX is a great research tool to specifically dial in the numbers that you need to see. So now that I've showed you examples of how much money you can make with my personal sales and especially with different items that I sell, being shoes, clothes, and different sporting items. As well as I showed you different platforms that you can sell on, and these selling platforms are also great research platforms as well. And now that I showed you what stores you can also go to, how many different stores there are, you guys should be ready to go. Now it's time to go out and get it. Thank you.